Hello everyone, this is Wealthy Primate. In today's video we are going to discuss Bitcoin, and I didn't record any video lately because we have done nothing. We have been just ranging this whole time, and I believe last time I told you it can actually reject from here, but it was only a fake out, because if you draw your trend line here you can see that we got rejected here. Let's just zoom in and see better. As you can see here, we got rejected here once and twice, then actually it was just a fake out. And since we are in this range, the whole range, like you can expect anything, it's always like a washing machine. You keep going up and down. The first time, or usually you hit the range lows, then the range highs, and you keep ranging inside this range. But as you can see, we got actually above this trend line and we made it as support now, and we are going up. The thing that I want to talk about, which is on the weekly, on the RSI, actually we started to see this momentum is building up, and probably we will continue to hit this resistance area at 80k or 79k. But as I told you before, it's not actually a big deal, since we are not taking over, or we are not going above this resistance and building our base here to continue higher at these levels at 97 or even more. So actually what can happen is we get rejected from this level here, then we go down again to the range lows, and this will be your accumulation phase if we don't lose the 60k. But if we lose the 60k, I think we are heading to low 50s, I would say, and something like can happen which is like this. If you just pay attention here, and you see here we got rejected from this level, then we went down, and probably the same thing could happen here. So you just have to stay cautious in this particular situation, especially with the conflict that's happening in the Middle East, and with the Strait of Hormuz, and everything is manipulated pretty much. And we can see actually the same scenario. We got rejected from here, and we can be rejected from here again, and then we go for whether accumulation if we hold these levels, which is the range lows, or if we go down to the low 50s again and we start accumulating from there, or even lower. We have to assess the situation if we get there, of course. The other scenario is if we just blast off from here and we start making something could be or similar to a cup and handle, which is something like this. Then you go back again for here a retest at these levels, which was the important swing high up here. So we can hold here, then we continue higher, and after that we would be forming something which is inverse head and shoulders. This is your left shoulder, this is your head, this is your right shoulder, and from there you accumulate more and you push even higher. But I don't think actually this could happen. What I think will happen is we got rejected from these levels at the 80k, and probably if we see some decrease in Bitcoin dominance, I would say most likely we are going to go down from here, because usually Bitcoin, when it wants to break such a resistance, the dominance actually goes up. So all the liquidity, let's say, or most of the liquidity in the market will go to Bitcoin to make it break this resistance. Then the same liquidity will go to other coins. So this is what I think about Bitcoin for now. And also it's not a signal or an advice, but what I noticed is if we go on ADA Cardano, so if we go here for ADA Cardano on the daily, we see that ADA Cardano, each time it hits these lows around here, it pumps. So it can do something similar. So if we lose this low, we are going to this order block at 15 cents. But this is what I wanted to say about ADA Cardano. Other things, Bitcoin, as I told you, not a big deal is happening since we didn't leave the range yet. Once we break out from the range, we have to change our view to many things, and I will give you an example. Especially for traders, you might need this. And for example, if you're trading in a range, I would say range you're ranging inside this one, and you go up and down, up and down, up and down, and at some point you'd say you're nailing each move of the range. For example, you're buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here, or even for people who trade futures, they are shorting from here, longing from here, selling here, or shorting from here. But eventually, if you're going to break the range, all the money that you made here, because you made so much profit here, let's say because you have been nailing all these points, I would say. So again, you come here and say, now I will do the same thing. I will short or sell, okay? Because I know it will go down, because history shows that it will go down. But usually you have, or you need to change your opinion sometimes. For example, now if the price goes a bit higher, you would say, okay, I've been early, so again, I will be shorting down here. Then what happens is it keeps going higher. So you'd say, okay, I will short here because I'm still convinced this is just a fake out. But eventually the price will continue to go higher. So all the money you made here, you will give it back up here. And actually you have made this, let's say you have made $10,000 during a month of ranging, and the same $10,000 you would lose probably in 2 or 3 days. So this is what I mean by you change your mind if you see a different scenario. And for me now, it's better to invest in like 3 or 4, 5 coins probably, since we cannot trust altcoins anymore. And we have seen that in the last cycle, if it was the cycle, and it wasn't the end of it yet. So just 3 or 4 coins, get them at low price, sell them at higher price without being greedy, and that's it. Because as we see now, it's all about futures. The market is about the futures, and they are making tons of money in futures. They don't care about bull run anymore or spot going higher. Most traders, they are making money in trading actually, and not investing. So you need to change your I would say view on many things. Since the market is changing, we have to change with the market. So this is what I wanted to say about Bitcoin. See you in the next one. Take care.